ready. So I'm just about to cross the border back into Canada. I just stopped to fuel up. Fuel's a little cheaper in the US, so gotta get some before I cross. Anyway, I live just north of the Washington state border, so I'm gonna be crossing at Osoyoos border crossing, which is like Oroville is the side on Washington side, and then Osoyoos is the Canadian side. Anyway, so I'm crossing there today. Some of you know that I bought a horse, Jada, and I bought her in Washington state, and I'm going to import her today. So this is the first time I've ever done this. I've never imported a horse before. I've been told it's pretty simple. So I have all my paperwork, and yeah, so this could very quickly turn into a what not to do video, but I'm hoping that all goes smoothly at the border. So here we go. Alright, well, all went well. That was easier than I expected. So, importing horse into Canada, a couple tips for you. 1, do not lie about the purchase price. Even when it's expensive, you're going to have to pay tax, and it sucks, but lying will get you in trouble. I have talked to a lot of friends of mine, and a few of them said, oh, we lied about the price, and we got away with it. Well, first of all, I can't lie. And second of all, the last thing I want to do is cause any problems at the border because for one, I'm very close to my allotted amount of days in the US. And for two, I cross back and forth a lot, so I don't want to have any trouble. So do not lie about the purchase price. I had a bill of sale. I also had a copy of my bank statement showing the money was wired from my account to the lady I purchased data from. So I had 2 ways that I proved what I paid for her. Now, the border guard also asked me, how much was the listing price? How much did you pay? And if I look online and find any ads about her anywhere, will I see the correct price that you're telling me? So don't lie. They'll find out if you're lying. It's not worth it. My second tip for you, have all the paperwork. I had her Coggins, a health check. I had that the bill of sale signed by both of us with the purchase price. And then I also had that wire transfer showing that the money was actually wired from me to her so that the amount was reiterated once again. So those are my tips for you. Don't lie and make sure you got the right paperwork. I'll show you the paperwork you need. Super simple. I forgot my addresses here, but that is your health check papers. Make sure that you get the federal one. Tell your vet that. Tell them that the horse is going to Canada and going to be imported into Canada. They'll make sure you get the right form. Okay, this form is what you need for your health check. Their forms look a little bit different when you're in the US. So this is an export health check. It costs a little bit more to get done, which kind of sucks. And they do take longer to get done because they get sent to a federal vet as well as the vet that inspects them. So keep that in mind. Health check, and then we have the Coggins. This is valid for 6 months, so I plan to use this continually to go back and forth. But yeah, so that's what you need. Coggins and your health check. All right, I just have my hand over to cover my purchase price because I just feel like that's private information. But bring a bill of sale, a proper, well-written up bill of sale. The lady I bought this horse from luckily has sold quite a few horses and has sent a few up to Canada, so she knew what to do in that. Make sure it's a good, well-written bill of sale. All right. Then what you need to do, they'll ask you to go into the office, which I just did, and you're going to have to pay tax on the horse. The sad thing about living in the beautiful province of British Columbia is that we have general sales tax and provincial sales tax. So unfortunately, you pay a pretty hefty fee on that. So I had to pay, I'm going to tell you how much it was. 7% PST and 5% GST. So I had to pay a 12% tax. And yes, it sucks. I didn't want to pay it. The worst part is I'm going to be moving to the US by the end of the year, but I still had to import her. So yeah. But yeah, that's it. You go in, be super nice, be honest, bring all the paperwork, and it's pretty smooth sailing. Another little tip that the guy at the border gave me, I have this, which shows that I imported my horse. It shows what I paid, and that I paid for a horse, and he told me to keep that with me. He said, especially because I rodeo across the line, go down to the US and come back and forth a lot. He said, keep that with me, just in case they say, well, this is an American horse. How do we know that you are not trying to sneak her in now? I have that as proof when I go back and forth. Look, I paid for her, and all good. So, something to keep in mind.
Hey, Zeta. Hi, you're a Canadian. Who's a Canadian now?
Well, guys, I have exciting news.